Hello and welcome to Clicker123's MTT3 MT5 game, and well, I probably should stop talking in a really boring way because that would kind of fit in auxiliary replay. Nah, just kidding. Anyways, the purpose of this video is to, well, show you how much of a scumbag I am! Nah, just kidding. Anyways, it's to show you off the artillery point of view battle assistance mod. So let's just get in position and pause. Free camera, and how do you activate it here? Like, yeah, G button. This is basically what it does. And as you can see, this is obviously replay. I've stopped using this mod. But yeah, the purpose of this video is to just discuss this mod, and I've just gonna put it back into normal speed again. As you can see, this is what it looks like here, and this is what it looks like normally. And let me just get it back again. And pause. Now we're back again. As you can kind of see, it basically gives, a set, well, it gives a set elevation for the distance to what you're aiming at. For example, if I was to aim right in front of my face, this would happen. It clips. And the further away we start aiming, this is what it gives. I mean, if I was to have a good artillery mod for me, it would be direct azimuth and elevation control. If I could get that, then that would be absolutely awesome. But hey, whatever. We're here to talk about this mod. I am using Jimbo's artillery crosshair, the full crosshair. And yeah. Now in my opinion, well, I've played with this mod for about a week now. Let's just put it back onto normal speed and go look at what I'm usually doing. I've played with this mod for about a week. I've probably had 50 or maybe 100 artillery games during this time. And yeah, I've stopped using this mod after around 10-15 games. Why? It's useless. It gives no benefit whatsoever to an experienced artillery player driving a vehicle he's experienced in. Why am I saying this? It sounds controversial, doesn't it? Pause. Let's zoom in a bit here. As you can see, at this point I'm aimed here. Quickly doing that, you'll see that this is what it looks like. The thing that people seem to be thinking that this mod gives an advantage in is that it makes it easier, or more rather said, more convenient for an inexperienced artillery player or someone who may not be experienced with the vehicle and fully understand its arc to just kind of understand the way the shells work a bit faster. Let's speed it up, go back to fixed camera, and I'll explain you what I mean with the next shot I take, which will be in a couple of seconds. Here it comes. There's an E75 up behind there who I'm now going to switch my aim to. Watch. That E75 was driving in a straight line. Did you see where I aim? I am there. That would look like this, which would mean that I aimed somewhere around his side armor. And let's see. There we go. This is what the gun looks like.
They're knocked down.
Kill secure. Obviously you don't see it that well, but the thing is though, in the air when your artillery shells travel, they travel in an arc. And the only thing that mod really lets you get a better look at is kind of the way the shell leaves your vehicle and the way the shell kind of comes down on the enemy vehicle, which would mean that the only place it's really of any use is when you're aiming either up a hill, which we'll see later, or you're aiming down an opposite slope, where an opposing vehicle may, for example, be sitting like this, and you're trying to shoot it from behind there, and its shell needs to come down. But that can be compensated for with skill, also known as manual aim. See if you can actually find the tank, T-54 lightweight. There we go. That's actually a good one. I mean, obviously this is not an actual game, so I can't show you, but at least not as easily. But here you see, if I'm aiming just on top of this T-54 lightweight, when I switch to here, let's see, that's what it looks like. Oops, help. Help. There we go. Naturally, that's not what I would do. I would be aiming. Come on. Or is the Reaper broken? I'd be aiming there. As you could see, let's zoom out a bit more. Come on, broken replay. There we go. Now you see what's happened. Obviously, if you just normally aim, if the mod will actually let me, there we go. Then we're on the tank. What? Broken. There we go. But if you just normally aim on the tank, in a situation like this, you've got a pretty high chance of overshooting the target, because it doesn't show that well, but in reality you're actually aimed on the turret of the vehicle, which means that there's a higher, since we got underneath the aiming circle the hull, and then if you imagine the same distance to the bottom of the hull above the turret, that's the chance to miss. Instead, if you're basically using manual aim, as I like to call it, i.e. aiming behind the vehicle, there, you're now aiming a bit more center of mass. So that gives you a higher chance of actually hitting the target behind the hill. But whatever, let's keep playing the replay. So that's the only thing it basically you can say explains. It gives you a slightly better explanation of the way your shells travel through the air. And I guess for the next shot I'm about to take here, let's actually look at it in this mode, and you'll be able to see what it looks like when it's fired. Hopefully, if there we go, there's a target. Watch.
That was close.
That's what it looks like. That's a target at around about 450 meters of range, so it's pretty damn close to us. And if we look out of artillery mode, we'll see that I'm slightly shooting up a hill. If I was to jump back, 20 seconds and to the point where I'm about to fire. That was a lot. There we go.
That was close.
That's what it looked like from the first person on top of the tank view. Hopefully you actually saw the shell fly. That's all this mod does. It gives a quick look at how the shell travels through the air, so that inexperienced artillery players might actually be able to hit something that's behind a hill. To an experienced artillery player who knows the vehicle's trajectory and arc, and kind of the trajectory, I said that, the shell travel time, that's what I'm trying to say. If you understand these things of your vehicle, then that mod is of no use whatsoever to you. And in fact, in my opinion, since due to its kind of lack of optimization, I feel it's more of a disadvantage. It's more confusing to use that mod than it is to just play normally and play with the default sights. But of course, if you guys feel that this mod seems to helps you guys learn your artillery, sure, yeah, artillery does actually take skill, bro. MLG Tactics, yo. Then yeah. But for those of you that are thinking this gives a massive advantage, it doesn't. You just need to learn your vehicle and learn the way of the artillery. So yeah. I guess I'm gonna get a bit of a shitstorm in the comments for this, but hey, feel free to discuss. Hoping to see how, to hear the opinions of those who may not have multiple thousands games of artillery play, and to those who, just left-click people. So yeah, your opinions are welcome, and comments on it. What do you guys think about this mod? Is it just an advantage, or you tend to agree with me in this case? Yeah, I probably didn't explain that well. I'm not really the best at explaining stuff, that's for sure. So I probably should just do a live gameplay commentary on it with the mod. I don't know, if you want to see me do that, I'll do it. Anyways, next shell coming up, T-124, and pause. Take careful note of what I'm doing here. I'm aiming on the middle, this little green dot here. I'm not aiming on the vehicle. So, Let me get the sights on the dot again. This is what it looks like. Do you see? I am now aimed center of mass on this T-124, giving me the highest chance of impacting this vehicle at the range. Whereas if you were to just aim on top of the turret, you would actually be aiming here. So you can basically just, I don't know if you can actually see the mouse cursor, but you can imagine the kind of aiming circle dot you see now be shuffled half a tank length further up. So instead of being aimed center of mass like we are now, where we have around about a 50, well, let's not count the shell going too far to the left or too far to the right, just the distance now. We have a 50% chance of it hitting the turret, 50% chance of it hitting the hull. Well, the hull is well, let's just say that they're about the same size. So there's a higher chance, well, there's a better chance of it hitting the vehicle and dealing damage. Plus, if a shell lands here, it'll still do 300 odd splash. If a shell lands there, it's doing nothing. Or maybe if their artillery decides to try to drown themselves, you might be able to catch them, but different story. Whereas if you were to aim, just auto-aim, as I say, on top of the vehicle, you will notice that when I switch back here, as you're looking further up, there's more vehicle underneath your center point of aim than there is above the center point of aim, which gives you a higher chance for the shell to just sail right over. Obviously, that doesn't really matter that much if you're aiming at a target, 1 kilometer or more away, as the shell, instead of kind of going reasonably flat or even somewhat up, goes very high up and then comes back down at around about 50 degrees angle perhaps. And at that point, a 50-degree angle downwards, if you try to manually aim behind the vehicle, you are actually aiming an overshoot. So you have, at that point, a higher chance of overshooting. But whatever, let's play. Shot on the way.
Penetration.
Nasty. That did look like, though, I hit the never mind, he died. Engine deck. But either way, whether the Shen would have penned or not, I don't care. The thing here is, with artillery, and typically at the ranges artillery fire at, the RNG factor, you're quite likely to just miss completely. So a hit is a hit if it pens nice, And here, I'm aiming at a T-54 lightweight, and this is actually player mistake on my end. Watch, I'm aiming short. Right now, there's a higher chance for the shell to fall short than it is to actually hit the vehicle, and there's a less chance of it sailing over. So that's a player mistake on my end. I should have aimed there, or perhaps even there. Around about here, it should have a better chance of the shell landing on this area than what actually happens. But then again, I could have just gotten RNG and the shell would actually hit the vehicle anyways, but something else. Oh, 9.4 replays. You are awesome! Yeah, as you see now that I'm getting closer, let me actually get back into free camera and RT mode. You'll see that when I aim here, the line turns green on the hill, which means I won't be able to hit the hill. But I'm still able to get a green line onto the 54 lightweight. But to actually be able to get a proper green line on him, I'd have to be aimed like here. See if I can actually zoom out far enough to see. Nope, that's still not enough. Oh right, yeah, I'm aiming at the water. That's me being stupid. And I can't actually get it because it's red line. But whatever. So yeah, sure, you can see in a situation like that, the point of view mod might be able to help you aim a bit better. But there's also the other way of dealing with the problem. Just simply go up there and shoot it in the face. And I'm just asking this guy, please, D54 lightweight, stay alive! Death from above!
Ready to fire.
Click.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Yeah. That was the artillery point of view battle system mod. I'm Comeback 123. I feel sorry for that D54 lightweight. If you're watching this D54 lightweight, thanks for staying alive. And that was my M53, M55 Ace Tanker at last. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, well, I guess regarding this mod or my opinion on this mod, I'll surely do another video on it. Maybe actually, play a game where I actually use this mod, which I don't normally do because it's shite and useless, in my opinion. Maybe if I take a new tank or a tank I haven't played for ages, well, artillery, then it might give me some use in the first game as I readjust my aim to the trajectory of the shell. But otherwise, it really doesn't do any good whatsoever. It's, in my opinion, completely useless if you know the vehicle and you have the experience. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.